Hi, my name is Kim. We are going to strengthen our shoulders today by using only our body weight. So if you practice yoga, if your shoulders feel good and there's no injuries, let's go ahead and get started with some stretching. And be sure and take your own favorite stretches as well if you have some favorites that you like after these stretches. Eagle binding our arms, taking that right elbow in the crook of the left elbow. We're going to take those elbows up in line with the shoulders to make that stretch a little deeper, and the palms to find each other, making that stretch a little deeper as well. If the back of the hands find each other, that is fine too. So just find your shoulder stretch in our eagle bind, and let's change arms. So putting that left elbow in the crook of the right elbow. Find your stretch. And let's unwind and take a seated twist to the right. So here I'm going to take my right hand back to my left leg so I can take that right shoulder open. Just feel that open through the shoulder. And making our way back to center, same thing to the other side. Making our way back to center. Let's take a child's pose. So in our child's pose, bring those hips back, taking our hands to the fingertips so we can take a little sway through those shoulders. And to all fours, we're going to tuck those toes under and lift those hips to our down dog. And in our down dog, if you want to bend one leg in, bicycle through those legs. If you want to bend in both knees, just kind of find your stretch where that is today. And from your down dog, let's bend those elbows back about halfway toward the mat, and we're going to push the pause button. We're going to hold. And let's bring those elbows to the mat. So we are in dolphin pose. If the legs are kind of tight, we need to bend those knees, we will bend those knees, not a problem. Or if that feels kind of good, we can straighten those legs and find a stretch that way. Starting to deepen our stretch, let's take those eyes between the wrists, between the forearms. Baby step, one baby step in, lifting those hips. So we really start to feel the core engage, while lifting those hips, back, shoulders, as well as those hamstrings. Maybe we want to take one more tiny baby step in, really lifting those hips up high. Shoulder blades stay down and on the back. And let's walk those feet back out to our plank on our mat, on our forearms. Leaving those shoulders facing the front, we're going to take those hips and twist those hips to the right. So working the shoulders and the obliques, adding in the obliques. We can have our bottom knee down if we would like, or those feet stacked. Let's come back to center and take those hips to the other side, leaving those shoulders facing the front. And back to center. And if you would like to lift that right leg, that left knee can be down if you like. We can bring that right knee toward that right elbow. And make our way back. Plank on our forearms. Left leg's gonna lift. And left knee's gonna come to that left elbow. Back to our plank. Let's lift those hips, walk those feet up, dolphin pose, keeping those eyes between the wrists. Walk those hips up as high as they will go. And then we're going to bend those knees. See if those knees can come toward the triceps. And then we're going to straighten those legs up, lifting the hips. We're going to bend those knees. Let's straighten those hips. Or straighten the legs, lifting the hips. Walk those feet back to your plank. And making our way to our side plank to the right. On our forearm, we're going to lift those bottom obliques up. If you want to, you could lift that top leg. We could bend that knee in toward the midline. If it deepens that stretch, you could reach down and find that leg. If you wanted to, you could take those peace fingers to that big toe, lobster claw that big toe, and extend that leg to the front. And let's make our way back to our side plank. Plank on our mat, and we're gonna go to the other side. On the forearm, and our bottom knee can be down as well here. Or we can have those feet stacked. We could lift that top leg. Bending that knee in toward the midline is an option. If we find that leg that might make that stretch deep and nice, we could even take those peace fingers, lobster claw that big toe, and extend that leg to the front, to the side. Let's set that leg back from our side plank, making our way back to our plank on our mat. We're going to take one elbow forward and then one foot forward, our little yoga crawl. So a couple of these coming forward and then a couple just make your way back. We could be on our knees here as well, working the core and the shoulders and the back. One more time. Back to our plank. And bring those knees to your mat. Bring those hips back and find your child's pose on those fingertips. Take a little sway through those shoulders side to side. Stretch through those shoulders. And those arms out to the side. Letter T. Take a little shift, a little sway through those shoulders. And help yourself up. Let's take a shoulder roll and take those fingers in back. Interlace those fingers, feeling those shoulder blades. Take a nice stretch on the back. And unwind. Thanks for playing today. Hope those shoulders had a good workout. I know mine did. See you next time. Namaste.